It is now official. Jacob Zuma, once regarded as one of South Africa's most influential and charismatic political figures, now owes the state nearly R29 million, not for tenders, political donations, or development projects, but for money siphoned from the public purse to fund his personal legal battles fought to protect himself against charges of fraud, corruption, and racketeering dating back more than 2 decades to the 1999 arms deal. The Gauteng High Court has ruled with clear authority that Zuma must repay every cent of the R28.9 million with interest, marking an unprecedented moment of accountability in a country long plagued by political patronage and misuse of public resources. The irony is stark. Zuma, who portrayed himself as a champion of ordinary South Africans, used taxpayer money to shield himself from justice while citizens faced unemployment, unreliable electricity, collapsing infrastructure, and rising living costs. For years, Zuma filed appeals, delayed proceedings, and used every procedural tool to avoid accountability, all funded by taxpayers. This week, Judge Anthony Miller of the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria ruled unequivocally that Zuma must repay the R28.9 million to the state attorney, with interest accruing from the dates the amounts were first demanded. This brings closure to a long struggle involving the presidency, the DA, and the EFF, who sought recovery of public funds misused for Zuma's defense, reaffirming the principle that public money is not a personal slush fund. The government had long informed Zuma that he must repay the cost of his defense, but he refused to comply, leading the state back to court to recover funds after the Supreme Court of Appeal in 2021 ruled he had no right to state-funded legal representation for personal corruption charges. The R28.9 million comprises R18.2 million demanded in October 2021 and an additional R10.7 million, both accumulating interest, meaning the longer Zuma delays repayment, the larger the debt grows. The DA's response emphasized the ruling as a victory for taxpayers, highlighting Zuma's benefit from nearly R29 million in public funds over 7 years while citizens struggled. The party demanded repayment within 60 days or seizure of Zuma's assets, including his presidential pension, symbolizing a reclamation of public resources. The Zuma Foundation, through spokesperson Zonile Mani, responded cautiously, saying it must consult his legal team, but Zuma's legal options are diminishing as he no longer has political allies to shield him. Zuma's legal troubles date back to allegations of accepting bribes from French arms manufacturer Thales during the arms deal, with accusations of offering political protection in return. Over decades, he used every procedural tool to avoid accountability, including the spy tape saga, the Nkandla scandal, and refusal to appear before the Zondo Commission, often claiming political persecution. But this ruling is different. It concerns repayment of public money, leaving no room for conspiracy claims. Judge Miller emphasized the legitimacy of the state's demands and Zuma's lack of engagement, ordering repayment with interest and requiring progress reports to ensure public oversight. The irony remains that Zuma, once powerful enough to reshuffle cabinets and dismiss ministers, is now subject to judicial authority. Despite support from the MK party, the ruling weakens the perception of his untouchability. Beyond Zuma, the ruling is significant for a nation long suffering from corruption, mismanagement, and cronyism, reflecting the real cost to citizens through collapsing services and economic hardship. The R28.9 million symbolizes personal gain at public expense and the erosion of institutional trust. At last, justice has acted decisively, signaling that misuse of public resources has consequences. If Zuma repays the funds, it will be a rare corrective action contributing to restored public faith. His legacy, once rooted in liberation heroism, is now overshadowed by corruption allegations, illustrating the dangers of unchecked political power. This ruling reinforces that no one, regardless of office or influence, is above the law. The DA's persistence and the judiciary's resolve made accountability possible. Whether Zuma repays or delays further, the precedent stands: misuse of public funds will not go unchecked. Ultimately, The story of Zuma and the R28.9 million is about accountability, justice, and the struggle between power and principle. After years of political strategy and legal delay, the truth is clear: public money used for personal gain must be repaid. The judgment reflects the strength of South Africa's legal system and signals a step toward reclaiming public resources. South Africa cannot rebuild until every individual, even a former president, answers for misuse of national wealth. If Zuma pays what he owes, it would represent justice finally served.